Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Hey, this is Gregory Wiles coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with this inspirational morning talk. Hey, for first-time listeners, I'm on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8:45 a.m. Central Time. That's our time here in Texas. But it's another beautiful day here. It's another beautiful spring day here in Texas. Beverly Gomes, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Hope you're having great weather wherever you are. I'm enjoying this spring weather here in Houston. But yes, today what I want to do, we were talking about numbers. The last two sessions, we were on numbers, and we talk about Balak and Balaam, and then we went on to show the last 2 days, the 2 sessions ago I did again who God bless, no one curse. When we look at this same story here, all right. So today I can stress in the next part of the story. Remember, it was when Balak, the king of the Moabite king, sent for Balaam to curse Israel, to curse God's people. All right. And then we show that God tell him he can't curse them because he had blessed them. So when he got there, with those curses that he tried to do turn into blessings. It's a beautiful story. You can go back and look at that. I did that on Monday gone. And then on Wednesday, we follow up with the next part of the same story. What happened though? God had protected them because they was living right, following his laws. But after he stopped following his laws, the Moabite tempt them with the women, get them to break God's laws when the whole plague break out and kill 24,000 of them. So today, which part of the story we're going to focus on? The journey when Balaam was leaving his home to go to Moab to put the curses on them. I want to focus on the journey. What happened when he on his way there? What happened on his way there? So I'm going to recap quickly the beginning when he sent for him. I'm just going to read through the story because I know people might be hearing this for the first time and get them an idea. And then I can really focus on that part, the journey while he was going. What happened when he was going, right? This is when God said no to you. God said no, right? So let's recap the first part quickly from Numbers, and then we're going to get into that second part, what I want to focus on, right? So I'm going to read it through quickly. This is Numbers 22. Right? Then the Israelites traveled to the plains of Moab and camped along the Jordan across from Jericho. Now Balak, son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites and Moab. The Amorites and Moab was terrified because there were so many people. Indeed, Moab was filled with dread because of the Israelites. So, long story short, this guy, the king of Moab, Balak, Israel, after they left the promised land, you see all these big nations that they defeated, and he's saying these people are so much. I'm a small nation, I can't stand up to them. So he got terrified, so he got scared, right? Then the Moabites said to the elders of Midian, "This horde is going to lick up everything around us, as an ox licks up the grass of the field." So Balak, son of Zippor, who was king of Moab at that time, sent messengers to summons Balaam, son of Beor, who was at Petor near the Euphrates River in his native land. Balak said, this is the message Balak sent into Balaam. "A people have come out of Egypt. They cover the face of the land and have settled next to me. Now come and put a curse on these people because they are too powerful for me. Perhaps then I will be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land. For I know that whoever you bless is blessed, and whoever you curse is cursed." Long story short, he sent for this guy, as I explained. Balaam is a wicked prophet. He's not a false prophet. He's a wicked prophet. He's still here from God, but he chose to do wickedness. He chose to do wickedness. His heart was not right with God. His heart was not right with God. I've stressed that for a reason. So he's still here from God. He still know the rules of being a good prophet, right? So Balaam know he does wickedness. He put curses on people and all that. Balak, so he sent for him and tell him, "Man, come and curse these people for me." Renita, good morning. Right? So in a nutshell, as we do. Then the elders of Moab and Midian left, taking with them the fee for divination. When they came to Balaam, they told him what Balak had said. So they bring money in thing. Just bring money to him and say, hey, God, the king sent this money. He said, come and put a curse on these people. That's what's going on to take this money, right? Then spend the night here, Balaam said to them, and I will report back to you with the answer the Lord give me. So again, like I said, he's a wicked prophet, not a false one. False one don't hear from God. They just give you whatever they want to tell you, take your money. They're all about money and giving prophecies for money. Once anybody telling they can prophesy and interpret dreams and give you prophecies for money, you know that's false. You know that's false. When God giving you a prophecy or your dream interpreters, it's the Spirit doing it. It's not them. So they don't put a price on it. You can't put a price on what God giving you. That comes freely. So once anybody come and tell you, oh, pay me and I can give you a prophecy, or pay me if you interpret your dreams, you know that's false, right? But you see, he know the rules. He know you got to go to God and hear what God said. Can you still hear from God? All right, so he says, spend the night here, Balaam said to them, and I will report back to you the answer the Lord give me. So the Moabites officials stayed with him. God came to Balaam and asked him, who are these men with you? God come to you know, who's these men with you? Right? Balaam said to God, Balak, son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent me this message. A people that has come out of Egypt covers the face of the land. Now come and put a curse on them for me. Perhaps then I will be able to fight them and drive them away. But God said to Balaam, do not go with them. You must not put a curse on those people because they are blessed. So God answered him clearly. Go to God with his question. God, these people come asking me to come and put a curse on Israel, your people. Should I go? God said, no, don't go with them. Don't go with them. You can't curse them because I bless them. Those people are living right. No cursing will work on them. Don't even go and try to do it. Don't go with them. That's clear. God didn't stutter. God answered. God didn't say, let me think about it. He tell him, do not go with them. Right? This should be final. This should be done right there, right? But here what happened now. The next morning, Balaam got up and said to Balak officials, go back to your own country, for the Lord had refused to let me go with you. So he's saying, tell them, hey, God refused to let me go with you. I can't go. God said not to go, right? So the Moabites official returned to Balak and said, Balaam refused to come with us. Then Balak sent other officials more numerous and more distinguished than the first. They came to Balaam and said, this is what Balak, son of Zippor, said. Do not let anything keep you from coming to me, because I will reward you handsomely and do whatever you say. Come and put a curse on these people for me. So he's telling him, he sent more distinguished officials. He sent his high-ranking officials. He sent a lot more money now. And he's going to send, don't let nothing stop you, not even God. Because he had to tell them, remember he tell them, let me go and ask to see what God said. Then he come back and tell them, no, God refused to let me go. But the king now trying to tell him, don't let nothing stop you from coming, bro. Not even God. Because I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to set you up good. I'm going to give you a lot of money. Now the temptation. And that's what the enemy always does, guys. Temptation, temptation, temptation. So now the little money he sent before, he probably 10 times it now. Let's say he said I can give you $1,000. Now he's coming back with about 50 grand. Saying, bro, look how much money here, and I can give you more if you want. Don't even let God stop you from coming, man. Come and put a curse on these people. So that temptation now, the enemy can always come and try to tempt you guys. When you refuse a smaller offer, he can try to come back with a bigger offer. Temptation, like they said, everybody got a price, right? Everybody got a price. So the devil know the price. So he can, as you refuse him, he can come to the price we think you're going to bow to. So let's see what happens. You come back with this, right? But Balaam answered them, even if Balak give me all the silver and gold in the palace, I could not do anything great or small to go beyond the commands of the Lord my God. You see, holding strong, right? No, I can't do it. Even if you give me a lot more money, I can't do this. But he's still tempted. He's still tempted. Because here what he's going to say now. Temptation, right? Now here he say he can't go because God tell him not to go. Now he's trying to go back to God. Now spend the night here so I can go and find out what else the Lord will tell me. So now, you know what? Let me go back to God and see if God changes my man. Because this money is a lot of money, God. Could I refuse all this money, man? Let me go back and see if you change your mind because they up the stake. No, when God tell you no, guys, no. If you go back to God with something he already tell you no about right after there, he know your heart is not right. That's why the scriptures say there's a way that seems right to us. Is which one? Is Proverbs? Is Proverbs 14:12. There's a way that appears right, but in the end it leads to death, right? You come back to him, you know your heart is not right. You know you just coming and running this by him for like, oh God, I got my plan already. Just approve it. I can just put this up to you, but it's not for you to tell me yes or no. Just approve it. I just obliging you. Why you gotta go back? You went to him, he clearly tell you no, don't go. But because the stakes higher now, he want to go back and see what God. Let me see if God changed his mind. Let me see if this money now these people bring higher ranking officials. Let me see if God can change his mind. So he want to go back and see what God said, right? Okay, you go back. That night God came to Balaam and said, since these men come to surmount you, go with them, but do only what I tell you to do. God said, okay, I know your heart. You want to go. You're going to go ahead either way. But okay, I can let you go. But you can only say what I want. Remember, God gave us free will. God can't stop us. God tell him, no, do not go. If he come back, God know you really want to go. And he can go and do what he want to do. Because God gave us free will. God said, okay, bro, you want to exercise your free will? Go, but only do what I tell you to do. Or what I say. I can put the words in. I can tell you what to say. Only say what I tell you to say. Nothing more. He's like, good God. Because he just wants permission to go. All right, God, all right. And so he got with his own thing in his mind. So let's see now where I really want to focus on the journey when he was going there, what happened. You remember the story with the famous talking donkey in the Bible? Let's see what happened when he was on the journey going. That's what I want to focus on today, right? That was just a quick recap. All right. So Balaam's donkey, this is what it say. This is Numbers 22. We're on 21 now. Balaam got up in the morning, happy, glad. God tell me I can go. So I gone. Next day I gone. God give me permission to go now, right? Balaam got up in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the Moabites official. He went with them. God gave me permission to go. But he forget the piece that God said, only say what I tell you to say. He just hear God said to go. That's all he focused on, right? Going. It's big money. I can't refuse it. He went with the Moabite officials, but God was very angry when he went, and the angels of the Lord stood in the road to oppose him. Now, you might ask, why God is angry if he go? God just tell him to go. But why God is angry that he went? Number one, God know if you come back to me, asking me about stuff, your heart in the right place. Number two, when he went, God don't know his heart what he was going there to do. All he heard was God said to go. He don't forget the piece God said, but you only tell them what I tell you. So God don't know his heart. He going there to do wickedness. That's why you might want to know why God tell him to go. Then God's upset because God seen his heart. God don't know what he going there to do. He going there to do his own wickedness. Right? His own wickedness he going there to do. He ain't going to do what I tell him to do. Number one, he should not have been going in the first place because I don't tell him no. But because I know it's his free will, I let him to go, but I'm going to tell him what he should say. But God don't know his heart. As I tell you, God know our heart. We can fool man, but God look at the heart. He don't look at what's coming out of our mouth. He know our heart. So we can't fool him. Terry Pilgrim, good morning. Good morning. Cheryl Roberts, good morning, guys. Yeah, so let's see what's going on here now. So he went. God was angry, and the angel of the Lord stood in the road to oppose him. Balaam was riding on his donkey, and his two servants were with him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hands, he turned off the road into a field. Balaam beat it and tell him to get back on the road. The donkey now, see this angel. Balaam can't see them. There's an angel with his sword in his hands. And the donkey turned off the road. And Balaam beating the donkey. Get back on the road, you stubborn donkey. Get back on the road, right? Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow pathway through the vineyards with walls on both sides. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, it pressed close to the wall, crushing Balaam's foot against it. So he beat the donkey again. It's like, what's going on with this donkey today? What you doing? Stay on the road. We going. I got big money to get, bro. You can't stop me from going. You're messing this up. Let me hurry and get there and get my reward, man. God tell me I can go. So the second time, then the angel of the Lord moved on ahead and stood in a narrow place where there were no room to turn. So he going, Rockland, the donkey ain't got nowhere to go now. In a narrow path. Can't go left, he can't go right. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow place where there was no room to turn, either to the right or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, it lay down on the Balaam, and he was angry and beat it with his staff. Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth. So the donkey had nowhere to go, so he just sit. It's like, where are you going to go? I can't go left, I can't go right. So he just sit. And Balaam whooped him really well, right? Then the Lord opened the donkey mouth. Now you should be scared, right? Your donkey gonna start to talk, right? Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and it said to Balaam, what have I done to you to make you beat me these 3 times? Just imagine your donkey talking to you. What have I done to you for you beat me these 3 times? Now, you should have clicked right there. Whoa, what's going on, donkey? You talking to me and I can hear you and understand you? No, but his heart was so bent in getting there and doing his own will. He didn't even stop to think, my donkey talking to me. What he gonna do? Start talking back to the donkey. That's to show you how his heart was. His heart was just bent on doing what he wants to do, right? Michelle Blair, good morning. So the donkey said to Balaam, am I not your own donkey? Am I not your own donkey? Me and you rolling together for a while now, bro. Am I not your own donkey, which you have always ridden to this day? Have I been in a habit of doing this to the donkey? Saying, man, look, man, I'm your donkey, me and you together for a while. Did I ever do anything like this to you? You don't even stop to think, why am I doing this? You just beat me because your heart is so intent of going and do wickedness. You don't even stop to think, man, something is wrong. My donkey don't normally behave like this. What's going on, donkey? What's really happening here? Why you keep running, turning away? I know you, we cool, man. We're buddies. What going on? He didn't stop to think because his heart was bent on wickedness. That's what God knows, right? The donkey said, man, did I ever do this to you before? No, he said, talking to his donkey. He talking to his donkey, right? Okay. Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with his sword drawn. So he bowed low and fell face down. Then the angel God said, let me open your eyes now, bro. Since you've been down on wickedness, let me show you what's going on. And you know, guys, this story here, how much times we going to do something that we know is wrong. We just want to do it because it feels right to us, and it don't feel right. We know it's wrong, but we just want to get the satisfaction what it's going to give us. And stuff keep happening in our way, but we keep ignoring all the signs, and we can just press forward. We keep ignoring all the signs. You're going somewhere to do some wickedness. Your car get a flat, or the bus you're going in didn't come on time, or you can't find something, and it's just trying to delay you, for distract you, but your heart just bent on going and do the wickedness. You going ahead anyhow, right? So God said, let me show you, bro. Let me show you what's going on. I'm going to open your spiritual eyes and give you a peek into the spiritual realm and show you why your donkey was behaving like this. And I'm trying to save your life, your own life I'm trying to save. Then the angel of the Lord asked him, why have you... Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with his sword drawn. So he bowed low and fell face down. The angel of the Lord asked him, why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? I have come here to oppose you because your path is a reckless one before me. So the angel said, I come to oppose you. Your path that you're on is reckless. Your heart is wicked. You go in there to take those people money and to attempt to put a curse on it. You're not going to succeed, but you're attempting to go and put a curse. Define what God tell you. God tell you no, but you still going ahead. So your path is reckless, bro. And I was trying to prevent you from doing it. Path's reckless one before me. The donkey saw me and turned away from me 3 times. If it had not turned away, I would certainly have killed you by now. If this donkey didn't turn away, I would have killed you. I would certainly have killed you by now, but I would have spared it. He said I would have killed you, but I would have spared the donkey. So a lot of time, guys, we going ahead. We go to God. God tell us no about something. We still saying, I don't think God know what we talking about. This person here, I ain't gonna marry. This person here got everything. Or this is the car I want. This is the house I want. This is the job I want. This is what I want to do. This is the business I want. This is God. I don't think God know what we talking about. You know what I mean? Let me go back to him and ask him again. And God, and he's trying to distract you, or you're going to do some crazy stuff. You're going to the office this morning to curse somebody out. You're on your way to cheat on your house, your spouse, or you're going with. So God's saying, no, 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 no. I'm going to turn you away. I'm going to distract you from doing all of these things, but you're still going ahead anyhow. You're still going ahead anyhow, right? So Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned. I did not realize you were standing in the road to oppose me. Now if you are displeased, I will go back. So now he humbled himself. Oh my goodness. I forget this is who I'm dealing with here. I forget this is who I'm dealing with. So now he's volunteering to go back. But God said, no, you don't want to go. You're going to go. I can still send you. The angel of the Lord said to Balaam, go with the men. I know that's what you want to do, bro. Go with them. Go. Go with the men. But I want you to remember, speak only what I tell you. The angel just come to remind him, I know what was in your heart. But remember, God allow you to go, but he allow you to go only to say what he tell you to say. Don't ever forget that, because the next time I'm not going to spare you. I'm going to just kill you. I spare you this time to give you a chance. But the next time, if you only go there and do what you want to do, and now what God tell you to do, well, then there's no more talking. You get your fear warning, open your eyes. God open your eyes to see spiritually what he protecting you from. But if you go there now and do what you want to do, you're going to die. Pretty simple, fair. So he tell him, just remember, you're going, but only go there and do what God tell you to do, right? When Balak heard so God reminds, when Balak heard that Balaam was coming, he went out to meet him at the Moabite town on the Arnon border. And at the edge of his territory, Balak said to Balaam, did I not send you an urgent summons? Why didn't you come to me? Am I really not able to reward you? Like, man, why you didn't come? I got money to give to you. Well, I have come. Well, I have come to you now. Well, Balaam said, I come now, I'm here, right? Balaam replied, but I certainly can't say whatever I please. Remember, God just reminded him, bro, you're only saying what I tell you to say. So now he humbled himself. He realized what he faced, and he realized, well, God's power now. He forgot for a minute because he's trying to follow his own wicked heart. But I cannot say whatever I please. I must speak only what God put in my mouth. Then Balaam went with Balak, and then he went on, right? And that's when it flew into the story, when he tried to build the altars, and he tried to curse them, and the curse turned into blessings, right? But I'm saying, when God tell you no, don't go back to him. If you go back to him on the same thing we tell you no about, he know your heart is not right. He knows you trying to do this, and you just trying to appease him by running it by him, for him to approve it. You're not asking him what is his will. You're just going for him to approve what you want to do. And he might allow you to go ahead and do it. Make some restrictions like how we did here. Because he can't stop us. We got our own free will. He cannot stop us. We could go and do, but we're going to face the consequences just like how we could die here. That's why they say here, there's a way that seems right to us, but in the end, it leads to death. He cannot stop us, but the punishment not going to stop either. The punishment what you're running into to do when God already tell you no, he's trying to save you that punishment because he's seeing what's going on. But if you still go ahead and do it, he cannot stop you. But the punishment, he's not going to stop either. You're going to run straight into some disaster. And then we're going to want to go back to him and pray. And then he said, and he's so compassionate. But you can still face the consequence. You can still face the consequence. But he can still clean you up and take you up, but you can still face the consequence. Right? Like this says freedom of speech, but it's not freedom of consequences. You got to face the consequence, but you can always turn back to him. And you can say, okay, let's do this again, buddy. So when God tell you no, don't go back to him. When he said no, he means no. All right? Littleton Wiles, Nigel McKenzie. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Well, we can leave it there, guys. But just remember, this story is so powerful. When he said no, he know our heart. We can't bluff him. We can't fool him. He know our heart. All right, we can leave that there, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll talk again on Monday. Goodbye.